everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Today being February 25th, we had designated today as to talk about the who, what, why, where, and how to use a senior placement service. Now, don't laugh at me, but I'm going to go to my notes that I put together. When I talk about my business, I really get really emotionally involved. So if I have a streamlined version of it that I could refer to, I'm not going to forget anything, but I won't veer off to a different direction. So I'll have something to keep me on track. A senior placement service is a specialized company that assists seniors and their families find suitable senior living options by assessing their needs, preferences, and financial situation, and then researching and recommending appropriate communities, arranging tours, and guiding them through the decision-making process to find the best fit for their needs, essentially acting as a personalized consultant to navigate the complex world of senior living options. A senior placement service provides placement assistance specifically tailored to meet the needs of the seniors in need of an appropriate residency. At Golden Rule Senior Placement Services, we find tune-hour assistance to seniors and their families by identifying prospective residents' 4 pillars of needs. And you'll hear me say this constantly, even while working with the client and the client's family. I keep saying this is the 4th pillar of needs. So the first one being financial, medical, social, and spiritual, which I'll get into a little bit later on. With this information, we are able to work directly with seniors or together with the seniors' families, evaluating their specific situation to determine a community or facility that is best fit for them. What's appropriate for somebody else might not be appropriate for you. What somebody else can afford, you might not be able to afford. What somebody else can medically go to, you might not be able to go to. So it's really tailored to the individual's needs. So I'm going to say now, let's identify the questions that we opened with is to who, what, why, where, and how. Who to use for senior placement. There are many kinds of senior placement services online, franchises, large companies, or privately and locally owners, such as us at Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. The difference is very evident. Who would you prefer? Someone with seasoned experience, has certifications, you meet in person, knows the local landscape of both personally and professionally of the community, can offer you much needed guidance and resources to assist in the emotionally overwhelming task and transition, and one that truly guides you by the golden rule. With our motto such as, we treat our seniors the way we want to be treated ourselves. So who would you use and when you compare to the rest? What way to use a senior placement service? Be professionally guided in all aspects of the placement 4 pillars of needs. So here we go in describing it. Financial. Can we afford it now and into the long term? Tap into financial subsidizing, veterans benefits, long-term care insurance policies, and long-term care Medicaid assistance. So this is the financial aspect of it. We want to make sure that not only can you afford it now, but over the long term. And is there, subsidies or things that you can apply for that can help you pay for senior living? Because primarily it is private pay. Medical is the second pillar of need. An appropriate community that accommodates the senior's physical and emotional needs, and it is licensed accordingly. I set up assessments, gather medical diagnoses and requirements, provide medical access and other resources to ease the transition of your senior loved one. Now, a lot of people, again, don't realize that what is appropriate for somebody that might not need much medical care. They're very, very independent. But realize, I always talk about aging in place. You might not need the care now, but eventually you might. We don't want to transition then. So we want to make sure that the community that we're picking out is that you can age in place. And the way I describe it, if you're moving in independent, maybe the next step is assisted, and the next step is memory care. And typically it's under one roof in large communities, or there is residential care homes that you can age in place all accordingly. So that is very, very important, because we do not want to go through this task and transferring again to another community, or transitioning for your loved one to another community. Very, very difficult. The third pillar of need is social. Making sure that the senior can maintain or be surrounded by social environment that enhances and stimulates the mind, body, and soul. Activities are essential to daily living. Being active versus just existing. And the way I could describe that is that a lot of seniors that are home alone, unfortunately, they're not able to be socially engaged. Maybe they can't get out of the house easily. So they're not having interaction with other seniors. And they're really just looking to just get through the day. Their forms of entertainment is typically watching TV or having caregivers entertain them with playing cards or some games, or the family has to be very involved and do shifts and being with their loved one, but the caregiving role becomes very, very strenuous. So social, you'll realize when your loved one goes to a senior living community and they're independent, you're going to have to make an appointment with them because they're going to be busy. There's a lot of things on the activities calendar that is geared to all types of individuals. Doesn't mean that they have to check the box and do all of them, but it's something that their likeness or something they want to try out. Maybe, chair yoga, or it is bingo, or it's some crafts, making wreaths for the holidays, or anything of that nature. It's something that they're looking forward to, and they could really silo to the ones that they really want to go to and be engaged with. Stimulation is very important. That is even the talking to another senior alike is stimulation. It's talking and doing games. It's dexterity. You're doing things, putting puzzles together, stimulating the brain. Because if you just exist, unfortunately, if you don't use it, you lose it as well. The fourth pillar is spiritual. Maintaining access to spiritual intervention and services at a place of worship that you could be brought to, or via mobile services such as prayer groups, spiritual visitation, and services such as Eucharistic ministries. So for the larger communities, they do have a lot of visitation from local churches, synagogues, or places of worship that comes in. Also in the smaller entities, they have that as well too. We never want a senior loved one to lose their spiritual value. That is something that they still need to engage in, and we don't want to take that away from them. That is their right to still engage in that. Okay, now we're up to the why. Use a senior placement service. My answer is, why not? Our services are complimentary, and with having much healthcare administration experience like myself with home health and hospice, being a certified assisted living administrator, and have a high valued worth ethic, morals, and integrity, as works by the golden rule, my philosophy is that I advocate first and treat all my clients with respect, and I feel honored in being involved with my clients' later years and last chapter in their life, and guide their days ahead with a better quality of an enriched life. I can't say that enough. I mean, it does encompass a lot what I just said. Why wouldn't you use it? It's a service that really eases a lot of the overwhelming and emotional aspects of it, especially if you're doing the work for your senior loved one. May it be mom, dad, grandma, or grandpa, or aunt or uncle. It really does ease that, and you're guided by a professional doing that. I spoke of myself. This is what sets me apart from the others out there, other placement companies. So why would you not use it, that you have somebody that's a seasoned professional? And I compare myself sometimes, a lot of the times, to like a real estate agent. Being guided by the real estate agent really has major value to it when you're purchasing a home. They're going to select a home that fits your budget, that is appropriate in the right school district. So they know the community very well. They know the builder. They know, the companies that actually do inspections. So doing all of that with somebody that's a professional, why would you not use it? So instead of saying why use, why not use? The other aspect of the whys, what, and wheres is the where to use a senior placement service. Again, there are many senior placement services for you to choose from. But do remember, as you trusted your realtor when purchasing your home, your financial advisor to preserve your future financials, your insurance agent to select the right healthcare insurance specific to your needs, your attorney to embrace all your legal matters and plan for your late stages of life, we feel where and who are in the senior placement service industry should be parallel just the same as I depicted the above. But here I will add in when to use a senior placement service. Don't wait till it's imminent. Planning now as your senior loved one can no longer be independent at their own home. So that where, yes, where it's needed and why would you use it or where would you use it is really, it's got a layered effect to it, and when to use it. So where do you use it? Just like I said, when you rely on that real estate agent, an attorney, would you not use a senior placement specialist or advisor, or I call myself a senior care advocate as myself, to use this for a very important issue? This is something that we're trying to improve the quality of life, safety issues, keep your loved ones safe from exploitation or harm, be more proactive and preventative. So where to use it is important, when to use it is just as important as well. And the last one, how to use a senior placement service. Well, it's one you trust and provide access and options that will fulfill your loved one's 4 pillars of needs. If you remember, it is financial, medical, social, and spiritual, is the one you should obtain. But how? Now we are actually asking that question. Review my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com, and you will check out my bio, testimonials. You'll look at the various options presented there and difference in each. Check into the professional resources that you will be given with working with me with Golden Rule. Watch some of the other Tuesday talks, just as this one is. There's a whole library of videos of over the last 7 years, and on many senior subjects and much more. Then give me a call and let's begin this journey together. So please, like I said, go to my website. If you haven't caught it, it's www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find all the things as I described here. And that's how you use a placement service, is really getting familiar with what they provide and what their services entail. And it would be really my honor to work with you and guide you at the most really pivotal point in a senior's life. And it would be my honor to work with you. As always, I wish you a blessed week. Until next week, we are going to be in March. And I already have depicted what the topic will be. It will be March 4th. And March into the new month with 7 tips for keeping seniors busy and active. That's what we'll be talking about next time. As always, thank you for viewing Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. And again, thank you for considering using my services, and it will be an honor to serve you as well. But bye now.